Hey there friends, my name is Rowan. Welcome to another video. Today is another episode of Gender is a Galaxy, and today we're going to be talking about coming out as non-binary, my own experiences as well as those of my friends, and struggles you may face that you might not be sure about, and resources that you can give to your loved ones and people around you in order to give them a better understanding of who you are and how you feel. Let's jump in. So coming out in itself is not something that's always the easiest to do, but you try to work your way through it. I'm very lucky to live in the area that I do, where there are other non-binary people around. So when I first came out was in 9th grade, and to my friends I just said, hey, I want to use they, them pronouns, so please refer to me this way. And then that's how I really felt validated in my identity and knew, okay, this is what feels right. It's been 2 years since then. We're still going strong with they, them pronouns. But when coming out to my family, it was a bit different. However, I was on tech crew at the time, and on tech crew, there were at least 5 other people who used they, them pronouns. I was able to say, hey, you know, these people, I'm like them. And it's a lot easier when you have somebody who you can point to as a role model or as an example. Something I've been asked a lot is, how do I come out? When do I know I'm ready? Will I ever be ready? And the answer is there isn't a clear one. It's going to be different for every person, but something you always have to put first is your own safety. So if you're going to be put in a situation you feel that if you come out, you are going to be physically hurt by people or you're going to be kicked out of your house, then what I always say is make sure that you're in a space where you're going to be safe before doing so. Because if you're out on your own on the streets, then it's going to be a lot harder than if you have like a supportive family or people who can help you out when you're not doing so well. You're going to know that you're ready to come out first when you feel comfortable with your own identity. In the summer of 2017 is when I really started realizing, wait, I'm not a girl, if you couldn't tell. And then it was that school year, my freshman year of high school, when I was starting to realize, wait, this is who I am. And I first had to be comfortable with myself before I was able to talk about it comfortably with other people. Because people are going to tell you sometimes, this isn't real, it's a phase. I have gotten all of those. And you have to be comfortable with who you are before you talk to other people about it. Oftentimes people are going to be amazing and supportive, but there will also be the people who aren't. And that is something that you have to prepare yourself for. And it sucks, but it's part of coming out sometimes. Another important thing in your coming out journey is understanding that everybody's pace is going to be different. I started coming out around October of 2017 to my friends and then to my parents. I came out February of 2018 to my mom, and my dad knew for a while, but we didn't have an open, candid conversation about it until only a couple of months ago. He had known for a while, but we didn't really have a conversation until I was like, okay, we need to talk about this because we haven't. Because we'd had a discussion very briefly in April where I said, I'm ready to talk if you want to. And he said, okay, give me time. And around November, I was like, I've been ready. And so we set up a group family appointment with my therapist where we had just an open dialogue. And that was really the first time where I said to him, like, please use these pronouns for me because hearing she, her on a daily basis hurts. And it was better for a while. Now he's still back to using my old pronouns, but there is more of a dialogue open about it. And now he has asked questions once or twice, which I think is really cool. But everybody's journey is going to be different. I was out to my friends within a couple months of knowing, and my mom a couple months after that, but it was over a year of initially coming out. No, it was 2 years after I initially came out before I was really talking candidly about it with my dad. And it's going to be different with your parents, with your family in general, with friends. So just go at your own rate and know that you don't have to rush things through. Because I'm friends with somebody who figured out they were non-binary in October of this past year and is already looking into stuff like HRT because that's something that they really want to pursue. And I think that's amazing, but you do have to understand, you don't have to take the same path as everybody else. If you're assigned female at birth, you don't have to bind your chest if it's something that doesn't cause you discomfort. Your gender expression doesn't have to be androgynous. It doesn't have to be super masculine or super feminine. You're allowed to exist as whoever and however you want to. Because being non-binary and coming out isn't about the other people around you and making them comfortable. This is about you feeling comfortable and validated in your own skin, even if it means that people around you aren't going to want to be around you. It's shitty and tough sometimes. I've been through that. But this is not about how anybody else feels. This is about you. And you have to make sure that you love yourself and are comfortable with yourself. And you're not going to let anybody tear you down. And that you have support around you. Because there will always be people out there who love and support you. No matter how you dress, who you are, who you love. It's okay to be yourself. It took me a while to get that. And you may be in a state right now where it's hard for you to even believe that someone will love you because of who you are. And to me, that's one of the most painful things I've ever been told by somebody. That they felt unloved by the people around them because of who they were. You matter. I promise you. There is somebody out there who's going to love you and is going to appreciate you for being yourself. They are your friend because they want to be. And they love and support you. And you have to remember that even if it seems dark right now, it is going to get better. It always does. And while the road is long for some people, shorter for others, there will come a time when you can just proudly be yourself and say, hey, call me by these pronouns. Call me by this name. Let me be myself. It'll be okay. I promise. There are a lot of resources, especially online, for people who are just starting to come out as non-binary, and also friends and family of people who are trans, non-binary, queer identifying, gay, lesbian, bi, pan, whatever you may identify as. So I'm going to link a lot of those resources below. Please feel free to check them out. And online is an amazing community, and that's actually how I've met a lot of people who have had shared experiences with me, and we've helped each other through some of the not the best times. So please feel free to check out those links. I am also going to be making a follow-up video to this at some point that you can send to people if you are in the process of coming out as non-binary and they're having trouble understanding it. And so this is how to come out as non-binary. And the follow-up is just going to be, so your loved one has come out as non-binary. Now what? So please check that out when that gets posted. But the bottom line here is there's no right way to come out. It's going to be different for everybody. But the main thing is just be comfortable in who you are, because you're an amazing person. And people love and support you, and it gets better. So, good luck. So, my name is Rowan. Thanks for tuning in, and see you kids on the flip side.